What's up, guys? This is Sam from Sword Style Guitar, sitting on the stairs of the subway making this this video for you. The video is about being productive and proactive in an unclear situation. And what that means is, say you have a job in your band and it's very specific. The band leader specified exactly what he wants from you, exactly what he needs from you. But you feel bored there. You feel like you can offer more. You feel like your opinions should be heard, and you feel like you could help the band do better in a situation that it is. And you're just like, you're looking for new bands. You're looking for new stimulus, maybe a new gig, because it's so boring. You feel like, oh, the grass will be greener elsewhere because they'll be able to appreciate my creative input there versus here. Well, the truth is that you could definitely be. There are certain specific things that you could do to get your message across and get more from the band than you're getting at this point. So I'd say the first thing that you need to do is you need to take your ideas and make them concrete and figure out a way to implement them into the band. So for instance, say that you think that the band would benefit from a different texture. Like, say it's a trio and it's like, okay, say it's kind of like a White Stripes type deal. It's a very raw sound, or the Black Keys even. It's like a very, very raw sound with like one instrument and like one guitar, one the drums, and maybe a bass player and then the singer. Well, say that's going well for you, but you feel like on certain songs, you would definitely you feel like it's getting stale, and you feel like in other songs you could benefit from like a different texture. You could benefit from maybe a string or a horn or a third voice, and maybe not everything needs to have like just that same setup. Even though it's cool and it's great and it works for those guys, maybe you could add something else. But the other guys in the band are like really convinced that they don't need that, and they just like, oh, I don't know, man, I don't know. So you just go along with it, and you're like, well, okay, I guess this is this band. It's like, we're just gonna do this. We're just gonna have two pieces, and it's gonna be stale and whatever. I'll look for another project. Well, the truth is that regardless of your situation, you can always do extra work. You can always put in extra effort to whatever you're in, even if you're just you're the new guitarist, and they're like, this is the way it is. Cool. Work around it. Be like, all right, cool. And then maybe what you can do is you get you record a set or a rehearsal, and then maybe in your spare time, if you have like a little Mac set up, you record on top of it your ideas. And you're like, yo, look what I did. Or just put it on in the car. Be like, yo, guys, listen to this. And you put it in. And it's just like the new thing. And everybody's like, damn, that sounds good. And you'd be like, what is this? And like, oh, I added a third part. I added another texture on my synth keyboard. I'm like, sounds pretty good. I'm like, yeah, it does. You'd be like, so, let's keep it in. And they're like, yeah, of course, let's keep it in. Or maybe not. The point is that you can still put your ideas forward. You're still being creative. Go out and be creative. Give your gift fully, and don't waste your time. Don't think that it's going to be different in a different band. You take yourself everywhere you go. So I would say, if you have an idea, put it out there. It may get shut down. A lot of times it does, but at least you're still being proactive. And even if they're like, wishy-washy, which a lot of the cases they're stuck in what you like to call analysis paralysis. So what you want to do is you want to just put it out there anyway, and continue to be creative. Don't settle for something that you can make better. Still do the work, and this goes for anything. This goes for anything. I learned this when I was working in a corporate environment. Seth Godin has a phrase that says, if it's broke, if I see something wrong with something, it's broken whether or not you want to admit it. Okay? So just because you tell your band leader, like, yeah, you're kind of hitting the wrong note there, and he says no, it's not, and everybody else says no, it's not. because you think it's wrong, it's broken, and it needs to be fixed. Because if you think it, other people think it. And, you know, that's where the room is for you to come in and you to fix things and you to be proactive in your approach. So always be creative, always be proactive, don't take no for an answer. Be creative. You know, some of the ideas, like I just said, you know, if you can get your friends or your band's music, get the music and then record the new stuff over it, and then, you know, just play it for them. What are you going to do? Like, you know, what are they going to do? What's the worst that's going to happen? They're going to say, dude, we didn't like it, you know, like, what is this crap? This is terrible, it sounds awful, turn off. Or they'll say, more likely, like, you know, wow, it's really cool, but we're going to keep the original because we've been playing it that way for a long time, and I hope you understand, man. Really nice job, but, like, we have to keep the original, you know, sorry. And that's more likely. But still, you know, just continue to be creative, because you'll get better at being more convincing, and eventually you'll get your ideas across, and, you know, when you have future endeavors, you'll be able to be more dominant and more creative towards the process. So, you know, just to recap, be creative wherever you are, be proactive, you know, learn to be dominant, learn to be persuasive, and don't take no for an answer. And, you know, you could do that in all ways, whether it's the, you know, say that you think your band should dress a certain way. Like, I had some pretty crazy ideas I'm going to share with you guys about getting ready to perform on stage, and part of that has to do with getting into state. Before you get on stage, if you do some physical activity, you know, if you move around, you start jumping, you're like, yeah, like, yeah, baby, party. Then you're gonna. There's this phrase, motion creates emotion, and if you do that, you know, you'll just be like, yeah, fun, party, you're like giving all that fun. You know, if you think your band should do that, you should let them know that, and, you know, maybe they'll do it, maybe they won't, but they'll certainly see the effect in your playing. You know, if you're improving yourself, other people are going to improve with you, and you'll take other people along. So always be proactive, be creative, don't be stifled, so on and so forth. All right, guys, peace.